Welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is Chinese starters. First we are going to make sweet sticky ribs. The ingredients you will need are garlic, ginger, 1 bottle of Coke, tomato ketchup, a rack of ribs, white vinegar and sugar and soy sauce and hoisin. First step, we're going to preheat the oven so when we place the ribs in, they will go nice and brown. So first step, you're going to switch on your oven. Using my bump on to tell me which one is the oven. And you want to set this at 200 degrees. I set that at 200 degrees. And what you want to do is you want to get the tray and you want to put a good layer of tin foil on the bottom. And then what you're going to do is going to place your ribs on top. Then you will make your sticky sauce. You pour them all over, marinade. Then you'll get your other tin foil, place it on top, and then you'll cook them for 40 minutes while you're doing your other starters. So next step, we're going to start making our sauce. You first want to chop your garlic. So what you do is you chop your ends off your garlic. And then you peel all the skin off. Then you place it in the mixing bowl. And what we're going to do is we're going to do our other 2 pieces of garlic, what we got here. And our ginger. And then we're going to add everything else to it. Give it a little stir. So the garlic and ginger will give flavour. Then we will take them out and pour all the sauce over the ribs. So what I do is chop the ends off the garlic. You peel the skin off. And then you place it in the bowl and then you do your other one. Next you want to prep your ginger. You want to take some of your ginger off your piece of ginger you've got here. So you just want like a fun piece of ginger, and you're going to place it in the bowl with your garlic, and then you add in your other flavours, give it a good stir, then you take the garlic and ginger out and then you pour them over the ribs. Next step, you're going to add in 2 good squirts of ketchup to your garlic and ginger. You start off with 2 squirts, then you add in your other ingredients, and then you'll see if you need to add any more in. So you start off with 2 good squirts of ketchup. You get a wooden spoon and just give it a little stir. Now you want to add in some Hoisin sauce. You add in a good teaspoon of hoisin, and then you want to give that a good mix. Then we will add in some soy sauce and white vinegar to balance the flavours, and a pinch of sugar and some Coke. But you don't have to make it like this. You could just make a barbecue sauce. It's up to you what kind of sauce you want on your ribs. Next step, you add in a good splash of soy sauce. And you also want to add a little bit of white vinegar. Then you give that a good stir in. Where all you'll be able to smell is all the flavours starting to marinate. Next step, you add in 2 teaspoons of sugar to your mixture. That will balance up all your strong flavours. And you want to give this a bit of a stir in so the sugar has evaporated into all your sauce. Next step, you want to pour in half a bottle of Coca-Cola into your mixture. You start off with that. If you need to add any more, you've got some. And now you want to give that a good stir in. This will make your sauce. Should be able to smell all the flavours. So what you do next is you place your ribs on a tray and you want to pour some of your sauce. In your ribs, and you want to give them a good marinade. Just coat them in, put a little bit more sauce on, and you're just coating all the meat in the sauce. And then you put some more tin foil over the top. And then you're going to cook them for 40 minutes in the oven. So next step, you're going to wrap the tin foil over your sauce and ribs. So it's all sealed in. Now you're going to place them in the oven to cook for 40 minutes. So you place them on the top shelf. And then you shut the door, and you want them to cook for 40 minutes, and you keep an eye on them while you do your next starter. Next step, we're going to make salt and pepper chicken. The ingredients you need are salt and pepper seasoning, eggs, chicken, cornstarch. First step, we're going to prep the chicken into little chunks. So you get one of your chicken breasts and you just want to chop it down the middle, and we're not going to slice it, we're just going to chop it into 3 or 4 medium-sized pieces. So it's all to do about the thickness and the length. So with this piece we'll probably get about 3 medium-sized pieces or 2. You do the same with this one. Chop it into 3, then place it in your bowl. I'll show you again how I did that. You first chop it down the middle, turn it around, and with this thick piece you probably get about 4 or 3 medium pieces. Then you place it in the bowl with your other chicken. With this piece, you just want to chop it in half. And you keep doing your chicken. Next step, you're going to crack 2 eggs. So you first give it a little tap. Then you want to break it down the middle, so no shell goes into the bowl. And then you do your other egg. And this will be to coat your chicken in. What you do is you get some of your chicken. And you just want to lightly coat them in your corn flour. Give them a little tap off. Then you'll place them in your egg to give them a nice coat. And then you will toss them in your salt and pepper seasoning. And then you've got a big baking tray with some greaseproof paper on. And then you're going to place them on the tray. You shake off a bit of the egg mixture. Then you tap them in, then you place them into your salt and pepper seasoning. A little shake. And then you get them on the tray. You're going to leave a gap in between the last chicken. And you keep doing it till you have nice and salt and pepper chicken. So we just keep placing them on like that. This is what they should look like when you have made them. Now you're going to place them in the oven to cook for 20 to 30 minutes. And then you close the door and you keep an eye on them. Now we're going to make prawn toast. The ingredients you need are bread, prawns, salt, ground black pepper, 2 eggs, 1 spring onion, ginger, garlic and white vinegar and sesame seeds for on the top. So first step, we're going to prep all the ingredients for the prawn toast. And what you do is you're going to, so we got a spring onion, you're going to chop the ends off. Then you will finally slice it. Then we'll put it in a food blitzer. Because we're going to make a prawn paste. So what you do is you chop your spring onion in half. Keep it together. And you just want to finally slice it. Be careful with your fingers. And then you're going to place it in your blender. Just like that. Next step, you're going to prep your garlic. You're going to take 2 pieces of garlic and you're going to chop your ends off. And you want to peel them. Just like that. And then you're going to place it in the blender for your spring onions. Next step, we're going to prep the ginger. You want to chop a little piece of ginger off. And then you want to chop it down the middle. In half. you just want to slice it into little pieces. So it's easy to blitz. Then you're going to place it in your blitzer with your garlic and spring onions, and you do your other piece of ginger. Next, you want to add in your prawns to your ginger, garlic and spring onions. Get it all out. You want to add a splash of vinegar. To your blitzer with all your ingredients in. And then we're going to crack 2 eggs into the mixture. You want to add in 1 full egg and just the whites of the other egg. So you're next going to crack your eggs. You give it a little tap. You bring it over to your mixing bowl, your blitzer. And you pour in the egg. And what you do now is you'll crack another egg, but you only want the white from your other egg. So you tip it side to side, so you don't get the yolk in. Like that. And what you've done is you've locked it in place. And in a minute we're going to blitz it. Not too smooth, but smooth where you can still have a bit of texture. So it's going to get a little bit loud. You can either do it 2 ways, really smooth, and put it on a low setting, or you just keep your hand on it. So what I've done after when you have blitzed it, you place it in a mixing bowl. Be careful, you might have a sharp blade, so you take that out first and then add everything, then you put the rest of your mixture in the bowl. Now you're going to season with some ground black pepper. And you're also going to add a pinch of salt in. And then you want to give this a good mix in using a fork. And we're going to make the prawn toast now. But if you want to make it in advance, you make the mixture like I have done here. You can let it marinate. When we prep the bread in a minute, you don't place the mixture on top of the bread and leave it to marinate, because the bread will go soggy. So you can just do your mixture for your prawn toast. Next, you're going to switch your hob on to high, and you're going to get a frying pan and place it on the ring. Then you put a little drop of sunflower oil in the pan. You want to give it a little bit of a shake. And then what we're going to do, when this gets really hot, we're going to add in our prawn toast. I'll show you how I make that. Now you're going to make your prawn toast. You want to get a piece of your filling and place it on a piece of bread. You have trimmed all the crust. You spread it out with a knife. Get all the way to the edges. Before you chop it into a triangle, you want to get a pinch of sesame seeds and place it all over the bread with your filling on. Then you want to chop it into a triangle. And then what you do is you keep doing it, and then you get your pan with your oil. You fry them for a minute or two on each side till they get brown. They should look like these ones, what I have already done to try it out. You always try it first to check your oil is nice and hot, and then you keep making your prawn toast. Now you're going to cook your prawn toast. You're going to place your prawn filling in the oil face down first. You put 2 in at a time. Let them cook for a minute or two. Then you will turn them over. And just cook the other side. So you flip it over and you do the other side. Must be careful, you've got hot oil. When you think they're nice and brown, okay, when everything is done, it should look like this. Some rib, some prawn toast, and your salt and pepper chicken. I hope you like making these. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe. And I hope you all enjoy making them. And thank you. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, more videos coming soon.